morning cereal.
Yep.
So I'm going to couple that with a question about your go-to breakfast, your go-to weekday breakfast, like when you got to go to school or go to work or something. What is your go-to weekday breakfast?
A bowl of honey.
You're not going to believe my answer. You're not going to believe my answer.
What is it?
Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
I don't know. Oh, yeah! We made it to Friday.
Yes, we did.
Good morning, and welcome one and all to the Fabulous Fantastic Football Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. We're going to talk a little football because second hour we'll have Allison Moran with us, and the lovely Deb Whitkus will join us as we're going to pay her some homage today. But we're going to start with a little hockey. And dear Colorado Avalanche, you just got your asses whipped by a bunch of Golden Knights. ... Again. You know, I borrow one of my favorite movies of all time is Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Love Revenge of the Nerds. John Goodman delivered a soliloquy in that to challenge his team.
Uh-huh.
And I will borrow it and use it here. You know, Colorado Avalanche, when you were a new franchise and you were coming up, winning a couple of Stanley Cups and all, when you were going through the season, beating everybody up, and your coach looked down at you, you only had one hope. That someday this Colorado Avalanche team will turn into playoff men.
Mm-hmm.
That someday this Colorado Avalanche team, the President's Trophy winners, would turn into men. And look at you now. You just got your asses kicked by a bunch of Golden Knights.
I mean, why are we surprised? It's the Golden Knights.
Now, my friend JJ Neely is a big-time Dallas Stars fan, and I told him Dallas wouldn't make it out of the first round. Nah. And he asked me, if you could pick a team to face Colorado, who would that be? Vegas. Vegas Golden Knights. And it ain't even close.
Of course you pick Vegas, because Vegas keeps beating the crap out of the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, I really got nothing against the Dallas Stars. I just like talking mess to my friend JJ. But, you know, all season long, we crowned Colorado the predetermined champion. I am guilty of such. They got shellacked.
They got shelled
in this series. Especially the game I want to look at is game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado led that game in the first period 3-0.
Mm.
Want to know what happened?
What happened?
5 unanswered goals. 3 in the second period, 2 in the third period, inside T-Mobile Arena, a.k.a. the Fortress, which turned what Colorado thought was going to be a 2-1 series into a 3-0 series.
Mm-hmm.
They got jacked.
Badly.
They got outchecked. They got outshot. They got outplayed. And their goaltending, they got outworked. Simply put, game 3 for me told the story.
Mm-hmm.
Because Colorado came out like a house of fire.
Yeah.
You know, Ryan McCarthy and I always talk about how a game begins and how a series begins.
Yes.
That would determine what would happen. Yeah. Vegas went into Colorado, invaded their fortress, and took 2 games.
Yep.
They took the first 2 games of the series, and to be perfectly honest, when I saw both scores, I said series over.
Yeah.
I said this series will not return to Colorado.
Well,
if it returns to Colorado, I would be surprised.
Well, once you take the first two at someone else's house, you really don't have much of a shot because all of that momentum is gone.
Yep. I mean, Vegas stole game 1 in Colorado, which means they stole home court advantage. And then what's a question I often ask? Are they going to be happy with one?
Or are they going to go for both?
Are they going to get greedy? Are they going to be? Yep. Most teams would be happy with stealing 1 on the road. But a question I often ask, and I credit Doc Rivers for asking this question: are you going to be happy with 1, or are you going to get greedy and try to get both? Vegas said, we want more than 1.
We greedy.
We want both. And they got both. They won 4-2 in game 1 and 3-1 in game 2. So the first 3 games of this series, there's a difference of 2 goals.
Mm-hmm.
First 3 games of this series, 4-2, and then 3-1, and then 5-3.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Coughlin got them started early in game 1.
Right.
Man, and then they just rolled from there. And all kinds of love and admiration to Connor Hart, Vegas's goaltender.
Yeah.
He shut this high-scoring, high-playing Colorado Avalanche team down.
Shut them down.
He shut them down. 7 total goals allowed in 4 games. 7. 3 of those came in game 3.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Carter Hart. Jesus, Carter Hart. I'm television struck right now. Carter Hart. I nearly did it again. Carter Hart allowed 3 goals in the first period of game 3. But then the rally happened. And there's one veteran on that Vegas team who I am familiar with, who's been through rallies like that before. Look up the name Tomas Hertl, number 48. He was part of a San Jose team in 2019 that trailed 4-0 to the same Golden Knights.
Yep.
In Game 7. They wiped that lead out in the third period and won in overtime, 5-4. Hurdle got 2 of those goals. So he's no stranger to comebacks.
Right.
He was one of the ones that kept everybody in line, that kept everybody's emotions in check, saying this only the first period. And what does Vegas do? 3 second period goals. 3. Even going into the final period. In fact, Tomas Hurdle scored the game winner. Hurdle scored the game winner. Mitch Marner, former Maple Leaf, had 2 assists in that game. Mark Stone had a goal and an assist. And Tomas Hurdle had a goal and an assist. It was all Vegas.
Yep.
In this series. It was all Vegas. And then in Game 4, the lowest scoring game of the series, Mark Stone got the game winner, and the Vegas defense did the rest. Carter Hart, 20 saves. And the Vegas Golden Knights, not the Colorado Avalanche, not the Dallas Stars, not any of the other favorite teams. It's the Vegas Golden Knights that will head to the Stanley Cup final to begin in June.
Yep.
26 shots, and I'm looking at the stats from Game 4. 26 shots, 29 hits, only 2 penalty minutes. So it was pretty much only 6 penalty minutes. Yeah, it was only 6 penalty minutes. So pretty much a clean game. It was pretty much a clean game. And they got out, and Colorado got outworked 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
They got outworked, they got outplayed, they got out hustled, they got out everything.
Yep.
So now what does this do for Colorado? When they were supposedly the wagon all year, I appointed them as such. But also that's why they play the games, in the immortal words of Chris Berman.
Well, they got to go back to the drawing board.
Absolutely they do. Absolutely they do. And they're going to have some free agent questions coming up, including Nathan McKinnon, their star player. To me, I think the one area, and people are going to think I'm crazy for saying this, but the one area where I think Colorado needs to, well, 2 areas. You need to get some better defensemen, and you need a better goaltending tandem. I mean, there have been times where you can run into a fluke series.
Mm-hmm.
People may call this a fluke series and saying, "Oh, Colorado will be back next year." Okay, prove it. Prove it.
See.
We'll have to see. We will have to see. But congratulations to the Vegas Golden Knights. They're on their way to the Stanley Cup final, looking to pick up their 2nd cup in 4 years. Yep. Are they the new dynasty? Are they are the Vegas Golden Knights the new dynasty?
They're making a claim for it.
They are indeed making a claim for it. And remember, this is a brand new team in 2018 that got all the way to the Stanley Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
They lost to Washington, but they got there in their first year. All they did was get better, even given the disappointment of 2019. Congratulations to the Vegas Golden Knights. Let's take a pause. When we come back, I'll tell you the breakfast that is my go-to now for weekdays. And we'll talk a little football. What must your team do to get in the playoffs? Victor and I will talk about our teams when you all get back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
Sound like some Viking music, don't it?
Yeah, gotta get it out the mud, that's the only way to win. Who am I to point the finger like I never ever seen? Been through the ups and downs like the letter N. They don't let you through the door, better kick that again. Cause that's the only way to win. That's the only way to go. Gotta get it out the mud, gotta get it out the flow. Cause that's the only way to go, let's go.
Shooting, lights out.
Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Cause we take this job so serious.
Put somebody in the middle of the field. Like, it's not hard.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Welcome back to this edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. And remember when we did the draft and
mock draft,
we would have hilarious answers. Yes, our mock draft. Yes, our mock draft. So that kind of gave me an idea.
Okay,
we're going to do it again. Although we're going to frame it in the style of what must your team do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all the teams. I'll give their records from the previous year, and we're going to come up with hilarious answers, mock answers of what must the team do to make the playoffs. So with that in mind, let's start in the AFC.
Okay.
And we'll start in the AFC. I was thinking about this during the break. And Jody's the one that gave me the suggestion. She says, "Why don't you do what must your team do?" Hey, you know what? Dig it. Let's roll with it. Start in the AFC. We go to the AFC East, and we start with the New England Patriots, who finished 14-3.
Mm-hmm. Well, all you gotta do is just continuously keep filling the reservoir with mustard. I think they'll be okay. More seriously, just stay on the defensive side, shore it up, and just ensure Drake May stays upright. You're fine.
Next team, the Buffalo Bills, who finished 12-5 and got in.
Stop circling the wagons and actually do something. Well, but you've already messed up because guess what? You risked mortgage, double down, and eat away your future plans for
DJ Moore. Oh, jeez. All right, next team, the Miami Dolphins, who were 7-10.
Don't toin the ball over. You don't have two anymore.
And oh God, Ryan, forgive us. And to finish off the AFC East, the New York Jets, who were 3-14.
Pray. That's all you gotta do. Pray. That's all you can do right now. Because now you have to trust in Geno Smith.
Oh God. I don't trust in Geno at all.
None of us. You shouldn't.
To the AFC North we go. We begin with the backdoor division champions in the Gulp, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Just think about this. 18 more games, and Aaron Rodgers is out of your hair forever.
Next team, and they're the only team from the AFC North that made the playoffs. Next team's the Baltimore Ravens, who choked on the last game of the season. They finished 8-9.
Can you please finally let Derrick Henry cook and Derrick Henry start fumbling the football? Because yes, Lamar, it is you.
Next one, the Cincinnati Bengals, who finished 6-11.
Stop trying to kill your quarterback. Keep him upright. You've seen how good Burrow can be.
Oh, gotta love it. And to finish off the AFC North, you know where we're going. We got to go to Cleveland, who finished 5-12.
I would say pray, but that's not even going to help you at this point. Maybe you might have to go to the I Promise School of Winning, but that might not help either. God.
Pray the I Promise School goes under, okay? All right, to the AFC South, we begin with the division champion Jacksonville Jaguars, who finished 13-4.
I think all they have to do is just, again, stay good on the secondary, because their offense was pretty solid.
Yeah. Next team, the Houston Texans, who were 12-5.
CJ, you gotta do something, man.
Yeah, because
you had a great rookie season and you fell off a cliff.
Yeah, he did. He's regressed, and I hate saying it but he has. He's regressed.
Yes.
I think we're both going to have an opinion on the next one. Next team is the Indianapolis Colts, who finished 8-9.
Don't play with your food.
Thank you.
Don't play with your food. And trust in JT.
Because they barely gave the ball to him.
Yeah. Especially towards the end. Towards the end, they really didn't give him the ball.
Right. He was on his way to 2,000 yards, and then they stopped trusting him.
And keep Daniel Jones upright.
Yeah. Keep Daniel Jones healthy.
Yes, please.
All right. Last but not least, in the AFC South, we have the Tennessee Titans at 3.
Right.
And
pray, go to church, tithe. I mean, if you have,
I didn't even finish yet.
The game starts at 12. Go to 8 o'clock church session. Make sure you and you might get a couple more wins.
You find, you know what me and Victor used to do? You find an 8 o'clock service on a Sunday.
8 o'clock service on a Sunday.
And make sure they know the game starts at noon.
Yep.
Because Tennessee's not getting any primetime games anytime soon.
No.
To the AFC West we go. We start with the division champion Denver Broncos, who finished 14-3.
Trusting everyone except for Gold Ship. And you see vodka, you drink.
Vodka, we drink.
That's for you, Jen.
I love it. Next, the San Diego Chargers, who finished 11-6 and snuck in the playoffs.
Don't charger it and you'll be fine.
Now, I'm afraid to do this next one, but I'll do it anyway.
Do it.
The Kansas City Chiefs, who finished 6-11.
Patrick Mahomes, get healthy quick.
Please.
I don't know if you really want a full season of Justin Fields.
Because, yes, Justin, it is you. Then you have the Oakland Raiders, who finished 3-14.
Raiders, you just got the golden goose of this draft. Do not blank it up, or you'll have a very cross Napoleon Dynamite coming your way.
You got a cross Napoleon Dynamite coming your way anyway.
True.
That's the AFC edition. We'll do the NFC when y'all get back in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze god.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can be the black people.
As he takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry, your own, what are these things called?
Spices?
Spices, thank you. My brain went bleh.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Welcome back to this edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. When we left you, we were doing a "What Must Your Team Do?" and we did the AFC. Now we're gonna have some fun and do the NFC side. That's why we took a break. Wanted to make sure we separated it. Here we go. The NFC East, and we start with the Philadelphia Eagles, who finished 11-6.
Well, for first off, trust that Saquon Barkley is still Saquon Barkley. Give him the ball. Jalen, it's okay to throw the ball sometimes. And for God's sakes, you might have to cancel that tush push. It ain't working like it used to.
No, teams have figured it out. Next, and Philadelphia was the only team to make the playoffs from the East Division, by the way.
Right.
Next, your Dallas Cowboys, who finished 7-9-1.
Well, I'll say this. The offense looked incredible. Keep George Pickens and CD happy. I think the only thing I can say is from what Deet said. Put someone in the middle of the doggone field. This is gonna be a big test for Caleb Downs when coming to the league on his first season. So
yeah, he's gonna get tested. Next, we go to Washington, who finished 5-12.
Terry, it's okay. You can come out of hiding now. Come out with the protection program and actually help your team. And for the love of God, just like with Cincinnati, can you stop trying to kill your quarterback? 85 needs to be upright for y'all to really do well.
Indeed. And to finish off the East Division, we have the New York Football Giants, who finished 4-13.
Get some body armor, because my God, the fact that both of your top players were down in the same season is scary.
Yeah, agreed.
But I do see this as being a bounce back for Cam Scatterboo. I see it as a possible bounce back for Jackson Dart, so I think they're going to be okay.
Well, let's hope so. I want to see them in the playoffs.
I do too.
I want to see them in the playoffs. So for me, my advice to the Giants would be improve your offensive line.
Yes.
That way you don't lose Jackson Dart nor Cam Scatterboo.
Correct.
And I love Scatterboo.
I do too.
Love him. As far as Washington goes, you need a running game.
Yeah.
You need to run the football a lot. All right?
And
to the NFC Norris Division. And we start with the Chicago Bears, who won the division and finished 11-6.
All right. First and foremost, Caleb, you don't have your pacifier DJ Moore anymore. I understand y'all had some really good throws, and that throw against the Packers was magnificent.
It was. I
really trust in another number one, which is going to more likely be Roma Doomsday. Colston Loveland had a great, in my opinion, a great rookie season. Don't fall in the slump. Keep him upright. Trust in Kamanon guy, and defense short up. I think the Bears could actually make it a back-to-back repeat.
I think so, too. They got the pieces there, and they don't have to worry about DJ Moore anymore. Next, the Green Bay Packers, who snuck in the playoffs with a 9-7-1 record and got beat by the Chicago Bears again at Soldier Field.
If you guys have not chased out Brandon McManus with pitchforks and torches, I don't know what's wrong with you as an organization or a city. He's Soldier Team, okay? Keep Jordan Love upright. And for God's sakes, you drafted Matthew Golden. Use him.
Yes, please. Then you have the Minnesota Vikings, who finished 9-8.
Vikings. All you gotta do is just keep the liquor locker closed. Or you'll have a very drunk Paul Allen, because the way y'all play is going to drive him to drink again.
We kid as we say that, folks. We love PA. Absolutely adore PA. Then you have the Detroit Lions, who also finished 9-8.
How in the world did the Lions fall this far? Oh, they don't trust their runners again. Ah, gotcha.
And they let David Montgomery walk.
They let Montgomery walk. They're going to stick with Jahmyr Gibbs, which is fine because you kind of have that dual tandem now. You just kind of stick with just one. We'll see how that plays out. Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to be there. Laporta's going to be there. And, of course, you have another year with Jared Goff. I don't see the Lions have much of a problem. I think they might end up making a resurgence.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Oh, here's one more. Quit freaking gambling.
Yes.
It is okay to take points, Dan Gamble. Just because it's in your name, you don't have to do it.
Oh, goodness. You gotta love that.
Next one.
All right. To the tank division called the NFC South.
The South.
That's not mine. Both South divisions are tank divisions as far as I'm concerned.
Right.
And that's from a popular YouTuber who coined the term. That is not mine.
Yes.
And we know who that YouTuber is.
Yes.
The tank division, the NFC South, where every team in the South division of the NFC finished with a losing record. See, this is where the old schooler in me would question this. If you finish with a losing record, you shouldn't be nowhere near the playoffs.
Well, I don't know how it really works now. I guess they need a division champion to represent it. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Because I agree with you. You shouldn't be anywhere near the playoffs if you have a losing record.
All right. Let's go through the tank division, and we start in Carolina with the GOAT division champion
Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
And somewhere Homer Boy is smiling. Anyway, don't annoy Mr. Spivey, first and foremost. Rico Dowdle has looked really good this past season, so I would keep going with that. Get out of Bryce Young's hand, because whenever it's in Bryce Young's hand, disaster's on the way. We'll see what happens on that front. Defense, not bad, not good either, just kind of like middle of the road, so.
Yeah. I don't know about this Carolina team. They got lucky.
But you know what? They trusted in Jesus, and look what happened. They became division champions.
And I used to live in Carolina, so I know how big of a joke that is. Then you have the team that everyone expected to win the division, but fell off a cliff. You got Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I don't know what to say this, because that was a monumental disappointment.
Yeah.
You have two really good receivers. Evans is still in. Aguka's there. Bucky Irvin is. I mean, how do you guys not just go off on this division?
They should have walked this
Maybe you
division.
guys need Jesus. Maybe y'all need Jesus now.
They should have dog walked this division.
Absolutely.
They should have dog walked this division. Disappointment central for me. Then you have the joker of the division, the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, Atlanta Turkeys. That's not mine.
That's Tiny Tim's.
Yep.
The Atlanta Turkeys.
Here's the thing. For the Falcons, well, you've picked who your quarterback is going to be, because you've jettisoned Mr. Two Chainz Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
It's really going to come down, in my opinion, to how well that receiver core is going to be. I mean, Drake London's still there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got him. So it's going to come down to how well that receiver core is going to be with Penix now, because Penix is now on his own. It's make it or break it for him.
You know, I don't know. I think that my Atlanta Turkeys are going to play like turkeys.
Oh, they're going to be cooked every day?
Shaken, bacon, whipped, dipped, chip, chopped, and fricasseed.
Ugh. fricassee.
Speaking of fricassee, I never had fricassee turkeys. I just heard the term.
Yep.
You have the New Orleans Saints, who finished, I don't know how, given this division, at 6-11.
Well, first thing you got to do is find out who your quarterback is going to be.
True.
According to these, you don't know who that is going to be.
Nope.
That's what I can say is, like, you just got to find out who your quarterback is going to be and stick with him.
Now to the toughest division in football.
Okay.
The NFC West. And we're going to start from the bottom this time.
Okay.
Given the fact that the world champion resides in the NFC West, we're going to go from bottom to top this time. We'll start at the bottom with the Arizona Cardinals, who finished 3-14.
Switch from Call of Duty to Battlefield. You should be fine.
And quit playing it on the big scoreboard.
Right.
Next, my beloved San Francisco 49ers, who somehow, some way, given everything, finished 12-5.
Every last one of you guys got to take that super serum that Captain America had, so y'all can stay through an entire season.
Yes, dear God, yes. I thought it was over when we lost Fred Warner in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a couple new pieces now.
Yeah, a couple new
Then
pieces.
you have the Los Angeles Rams, who also were 12-5.
Follow Father O'Cochran, you'll be fine.
Last but not least, the world champion Seattle Seahawks, who finished 14-3.
Well, y'all back in football purgatory because you gave up your MVP. Don't know why you did that.
Oh God.
You might be next, my Atlanta Turkeys. Now, in all seriousness, though, I do like J.J. McCarthy, who did really good. Was that J.J. McCarthy that was there?
It was Sam Darnold who was there.
Oh, Sam Darnold. Okay, I want to make sure I get the name right. J.J. McCarthy's still in Minnesota, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold may have found his new home.
You may have.
Because he looked like he belonged in Seattle.
He did.
He did. Belonged in Seattle. So I will say this. You keep that same receiver core. You get yourself a good running back. A good running back now that you gave up Ken Walker.
Right.
But honestly, I can see them making a deep run if they stay consistent like they were this past year.
That's our NFC edition of What Must Your Team Do? Portions of today's show brought to you in part by Fanatics, officially licensed everything. Take a break. When y'all come back to finish off the hour, I promise I'll tell you the breakfast that gets me through the week. Back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Dad, Just 1 minute, okay?
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Cause we take this job so serious.
It's really, in the end, basically a skill issue.
Now get out of my face, you thirsty chiz.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Before we continue, WNBA action continues to come your way here on the Snowman Multimedia YouTube channel and also the SMSN Radio Network. So keep tuned in. Now, I posed a question at the top of the show, and it's taking me to the bottom of the hour to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
My go-to breakfast growing up was Wheaties to get through the week.
Mm-hmm.
It was Wheaties. When I got to college, it was anything I can lay my hands on.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you get to college, you see and try everything.
It opens up because it's no longer you got to eat what your parents already have out for you. You can go get what you want.
To say that I lived on that food plan at Northeast Missouri State is an understatement. It's one of those, I couldn't wait to get up and go eat.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to get up and go eat. But I'll answer the question. My go-to breakfast for me today at age 53 is cheesy eggs.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, cheesy eggs.
I make 4 scrambled eggs with some cheese, with shredded cheese, and I'll make like 5 or 6 sausage links.
Yep.
High protein, no carbs. It's really good too.
It is. Matter of fact, and this is where my wife's going to start laughing, I am now in charge of the cheesy egg menu. Which is fine by me. But if it's on a weekend, I'm making pancakes.
There you go.
I haven't done it in a while because we've been on the move these past couple of weekends. But I'll tell you what, man, nothing wrong with a few pancakes.
Yeah, I've just had to wait because of the carbs and the sugars, but
right.
That is one thing I have missed is pancakes.
Yeah, I haven't had pancakes in a while either. And considering the story I told on Monday, I don't think I'm gonna have pancakes for a while.
At least you know that when you make the pancakes, they don't move.
Right. They don't. When I make the pancakes, they don't move, and when I cook the sausages, it doesn't talk.
Exactly.
Well, what's wrong with the sausages? This thing talked.
It talked.
I heard it. Now, granted, I was heavily induced. I was heavily induced with medicine. They were trying to make me healthy at Roseland Hospital. God bless it. If you miss what happened, here's what happened on Monday. And I gotta edit this. I gotta edit this story and then get in the queue to go to our halftime. When I was in the hospital in 2003, watching the Cubs somehow get to the National League Championship Series.
Yep.
Watching the NBA on ABC and not NBC
or CBS.
You know, I got Rising Rhino in my ear saying, keep it to sports. I know, Rhino. I know. Having fun with this. On a Friday morning, they brought me pancakes. I dozed off. I woke back up. I saw the pancakes and I swear it moved. I'm pushing every button at my bedside. Nurses come running. What's wrong? That thing moved. Get it out of here. Sir, what? Pancakes don't move. This one did. I remember the first time I told Victor that story, he was under the table laughing.
I was on the floor. I was on the floor, especially because he then said, if you do not want a right cross across your bow,
yes,
you will remove these
pancakes. My exact words. I swear to you, my exact words. Would I do that? No, I would not.
No, of course you wouldn't.
I would not do that. I was joking around with everybody at the time. But that's what I absolutely said. I said, if you don't want a right cross across your bow, remove these doggone pancakes.
They moved.
Were they laughing at me the whole time? Yes, they were. I was heavily medicated, but I was being silly. Right. But I did see that thing move.
Yes.
Because of the medicine? Yes. Absolutely right. But they got it out of there. They brought me another batch. Everything was fine after that until 10 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
Wait to see Bob Barker come through the door. And I get George W. Bush instead.
Here it comes.
I went nuts.
I was hoping for.
That's what I was hoping for. I was hoping to hear Rod Roddy's voice.
Instead, he
heard
a
crowd screaming. And instead, I hear, we interrupt this program for a special report. Excuse me? What the hell can be so special? It's 10 o'clock. Where is the Price is Right? Open the doors.
And here comes W.
Walking his ass out to the podium.
To talk about nothing.
Nothing. It wasn't even a sports story that got it. Was that
right?
I went nuts again. I had 6 buttons next to me. I pushed all 7 of them.
Pushed all 7 of them.
I had 6 buttons on my. I had 6 buttons at my at my bedside. I pushed all 7 of them.
Emergency!
Nurse comes running and says, "What's wrong?" What the hell is this?
Right.
That's the president. I'll repeat my question. What the hell is this? That's the president. You're not listening to me. He should not be on the television right now. Bob Barker should be on right now, considering you guys have this on CBS. Fix it.
Again.
Sir, we can't. Why not? Because it's on all the stations. Doggone it.
And you knew it was.
I knew it was. I knew there was nothing I could do about it. I knew there was nothing, not a doggone thing I could do about it. I knew it. Fortunately, at 10:30 that morning, I did see the second half of the show, which is which is good. All right. Given the fact that it is Friday, that it is a football Friday, let me tell y'all what's coming up. We're going to kick off hour 2 with Allison Mic Drop Moran. Now, normally, and I'll say this after we come back from the station ID, normally, we'd have both Allison Moran and Deb Whitkus at the same time, especially during football season.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, due to time constraints and scheduling, we had to do them one at a time. But when I got the signal from Deb saying, yeah, I'll come on, sweet. So we're going to pay her. We're going to pay Deb a little homage. We're going to do the same for Allie. We're going to talk a little WNBA. Going to talk a little baseball. And I get to finally stick my tongue out at her because the White Sox took 2 or 3 from the Cubs.
Right.
Although that was a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, indeed. But it was still a really great series, though.
Oh, it was a wonderful series. It was a wonderful series. In fact, it got me thinking, what if the Cubs and the White Sox
Oh, my God.
got to the World Series?
Crosstown World Series. Would be great to see.
Crosstown World Series. Oh, my heavens.
Every bar is a battlefield.
Man, every bar would be full.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Every bar would be full. Harry Carey's would be upside down. Downtown Chicago would be flooded.
The Billy Goat Tavern would be packed.
Oh, man, Billy Goat Tavern. Oh, Lord. I've been in Harry Carey's. I've been in Harry Carey's watching a Cubs game. And I had a fried mozzarella stick. Not the regular size one, but I mean a fried mozzarella cheese patty.
Oh. Okay.
What if a Chicago Crosstown World Series happened? If you can have a Subway Series in New York, if you can have the Battle of I-70 in Missouri, and yes, I know I'm a White Sox fan, but I'm dreaming. Okay, I'm dreaming big here. Go with us on this one.
Dietz versus Wise.
Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Dietz versus Wise in a Subway Series?
Right.
What? Me versus Allie in a Crosstown World Series? What?
Good grief.
You know I'm putting this headset on for the pregame show every single game that they play.
Oh, yeah.
You know I'm putting this headset on for that.
Every single one. Every single game.
That's why I'm hoping one day before I leave this earth, I get to see a Crosstown World Series. My dream has already come true. I saw my White Sox win it all in 2005.
In 2005, yep.
Saw that, got to celebrate it with Dad before he passed on due to prostate cancer. So my dream has come true. I saw my boys win it.
Yep.
I saw the Southsiders win it. I saw the Cubs win it in 2016, which scared the daylights out of me, considering the fact I stayed in the house. While I'm sharing sports stories, the Cubs won the World Series in 2016. The night that they won it, I stayed in the house. Even before the game began, I was living in LaPorte, Indiana at the time. I went to a pizza place and stocked up. Then I had friends bring me all kinds of drinks. Stocked up there. All right. Then the last out happened. There were Cub fans all around me. Going nuts.
Yep.
Going nuts. This is the ultimate what if given Chicago baseball lately. But what if a Crosstown World Series actually happened?
That'd be crazy good.
Wouldn't it? The red line would get a workout.
Oh my God, the red line would be unsafe.
The red line would get a workout.
Yep.
All right. It's not the only line that would get a workout, but you and I are Southsiders. We are familiar with the red line. We've ridden that SOB too many times over.
All the way to both stadiums, too.
Yep. The red line would get a workout.
Yep.
Seriously. Between 35th and Addison. They would have to replace the tracks game by game.
Yep.
Because, like I said, the red line would get a workout. And there's no way they can. There's anybody who's lived in Chicago and has ridden the red line knows there's no way they can replace the tracks game by game between 35th and Addison. But that would be two of the most popular stops.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be two of the most popular stops because you'd have a bunch of people getting off on Addison, and you got a bunch of people getting off on 35th.
Yep.
We did it
all the time.
We did it. We went to a game. Victor and I went to a game together in 2006 when Jim Thome was a member of the White Sox, and I surprised Victor with tickets to the game.
Yep.
And he said, "Are we driving to the game?" Hell no, we're not driving.
No.
We are taking public transportation to the game and from it.
Right.
We are not driving in that madness.
No.
I even told my dad that Victor and I were going to the game. He looked at me and said, "You're taking public transportation, right?" "Yes, sir." "You're not taking your car, right?" "Yes, sir. We're not taking the car. Not a chance." He said, "Good man." And then Victor, we get into the park.
Mm-hmm.
We're having fun already. And then Victor had to open his whole mouth and say, "I want to see Jim Thome hit a home run." Well, come the third inning on the second pitch, guess what happened?
Crack.
Blasted to right field. Absolutely blasted. Never had my ears again.
Right.
And Victor, we're walking out. We're having fun, high-fiving everybody, and we're walking out. Victor said, "Can you hear me?" "What?"
Nope. He cannot.
And remember, this is the same. I'm the same guy that went to Game 2 of the World Series in 2005 after going to a Bears game earlier that day.
Right.
I went to a Bears game, yelled my head off because I played the Ravens, and then public transportation to the South Side to see Scott Pasetnik walk us off.
Right.
Grand times.
Yes.
And then I'm getting a cue. We got to go to a break, but I promised my bride sometime this summer we're going to go to Chicago and I'm going to show her a food trip.
Oh boy.
We are going to make this happen. I promise. And I'm recording every single part of it. Every single stop that we make in Chicago. You know what? I'm getting an idea. And the idea goes like this. I had a chance to do it before, and I passed it up, and I don't know why I passed it up. I want to plan a full week in Chicago.
Okay.
Doing the shows, having my bride with me, everything. Now, I don't know when it's going to happen. It's going to take a lot of help, and beginning Monday, I will put this process in motion. So stay tuned on how you can help me and the bride get to Chicago for an entire week of shows, and we can make it a food trip. We'll tell you how you can support. All right, honey, gotta go. She's yelling at me now. Gotta go to a break. When we come back, we have our station ID plus a scoreboard break in a deuce.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
There is a road laid out for me, leading down to
boxes everywhere. And this is going to be Addie's room.
I am blind, but I need not see.
I think you're really going to like it.
I know this road is there for me. There is a love waiting.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Ways down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see. I know this love is there for me.
Nice and slow. I got this.
Take me down to the river and wash me.
Okay. What do you think?
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus, smarter than energy.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm on Alarm Island. Give me them cocks!
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hope you all have enjoyed this Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. We're going to do this hour in reverse because normally I would have Allie and Deb on with me to close up the second hour. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflict, I got to have them on one at a time. So, with Deb coming at the bottom of this hour, and with that in mind, here is Allie.
Hey there, Brian. How are you doing?
I'm home and I'm much better.
You look good. Your face is handsome.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We talked on Monday or the last Monday about being in the hospital and all the stuff that goes on there.
Mm-hmm.
A guy as tall as me, 6'5", those beds are not comfortable at all.
I know.
Did
they at least give? Did they give you an extender?
I'll say this. They extended the bed and my legs were still hanging off the doggone thing.
Oh, can you just imagine what somebody like oh gosh, what's his name? Victor Wembanyama goes through? I mean, if he has to go to the hospital, imagine. If they can't,
anybody 6'10" and up, they got to get 2 extenders for them.
They just had better put 2 beds together at least, and just kind of string them together so their entire body could fit. I could not even imagine. I mean, you know, Greg is my boyfriend, is 6 foot something, and he was in the hospital last summer, and his toes were kind of peeking out at the bottom of the bed, and that's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. I mean, the world was made for short people like me.
That's what my wife always says. She always says when someone asks me how tall I am, she says, before I can say anything, she said, "Oh, he's 6 foot giant. Don't worry about him."
So true. So true.
Okay. What is going on with your Cubs? Huh?
Yeah.
When I went in the hospital, they were fine. I come out of the hospital and I find out they're on a long losing streak. What in the world is going on?
As of this taping, they have lost 10 games straight after posting 2 consecutive 10-game winning streaks.
Right.
What I think that even Craig Counsell was unable to figure it out. I'm no better, but I think they're in a collective blue funk, which I hope they're going to get out of come June, because they have not won since May 15th. And that is a very bad record. You would think that they would figure it out. And Craig Counsell, being at one point at least the highest paid manager in the National League, should be able to figure it out for all the money they're paying him. So my thought is that they need to probably rest Pete Crow Armstrong for a little bit. I think that the whole hype thing, his youth, I think that he just has to take care of himself. I think that they might need to also rest a couple of the pitchers, see what could be done there. I think that it's a very long season. I don't think anybody should hit the panic button yet, but I do believe that they really need to take a little bit of a break in terms of some of the players, rest them, try and get them to, think psychologically and towards their mental health in the game and figure out what the heck's going on.
Yeah, I'll say it again. When I went in the hospital, they were doing fine. I come out and I found out they've lost 10 in a row, including the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yeah,
you guys never. As long as I'm watching Cubs baseball,
well,
they'll never lose to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That's right.
90s, even their early 90s with Barry Bonds and company. Never the Pittsburgh
and Jim
Pirates.
Leland is manager. Yeah.
Manager. Andy Van Slyke was there. Of course, Barry Bonds was there. Doug Drabek, starting pitcher. Those Pirate teams of 90, 91. You guys never lost to the Pittsburgh Pirates.
No, they were always the doorstops of the National League, and in those days. And actually, it was a very skinny and big-haired Barry Bonds that was like that in the early 90s. And the Cubs have gone through many iterations since the 90s, but it is true that for the most part, they do go through these winning streaks at the beginning of the season. They have done that in prior years. They've done it fairly consistently, if you look at the record for several years. And everybody got on this big hype. Oh yeah, they're headed back towards the World Series. It's so damn early in the season. It is so damn early. There's 162 games, remember? And so, Mike, I don't really start worrying until after the All-Star break.
Right.
And I would advise anybody to do the same. But I will say it probably this year had to do with you going into the hospital. I'm sorry. That's the only difference between this year and last year. So Brian, now that you
catch a bit of the blame for that.
Yep. That's what it's got to be. I mean, that's the only difference. And now that you're out of the hospital and up and running again, I expect the Cubs will start running again too.
We'll see. We hope so. But while I got you here, I get to stick my tongue out at you because we took 2 or 3 from you guys on the South Side, including an incredible walk-off from Edgar Caro. On the Sunday game.
I saw that.
Y'all beat us up. Game, 10-5. Y'all beat us up in the first game. Got even in the second game, and I want to tell you something. And I know you're a baseball fanatic like I. Munetaka Murakami is something else.
He was one of my players to watch in preseason, and I expected that he was going to make quite a mark, and he did. and I'm glad, and I'm happy for the Sox. Not so happy that it was against my Cubs, but I think what I see with the White Sox is that they are actually playing like a team this year. And I think, Will Venable, for all of the time that I have discouraged and disparaged him, I think that he's got the makings of what could be a semi-decent season, which is not saying a lot. But again, the same thing applies on the south side of town as it is on the north side of town. It's 162 games. Ask me after the All-Star break.
Yeah, but they have shown signs. These kids have shown signs of coming together.
Yeah.
Murakami, as I mentioned, at first base, Colson Montgomery at shortstop, Edgar Carroll starting to come around at third base, and Carroll's more of a utility player. But the player that's got my attention recently is Riku Nishida, their right fielder.
Oh yeah.
This little dynamo, only 5'6", but I tell you what, he's 5'6" of excitement. Already picked up an outfield assist in the Memorial Day game against the Twins. Threw the guy out by plenty. And he's injecting some more energy into this White Sox team. Yeah.
Well, they made some very good moves in the offseason. And I think that the people you've mentioned so far, damn straight, they're on their way. And I really do hope that they continue on. I would just hope that if the White Sox get into the same kind of slump that the Cubs have, that they'll find their way out of it, because those slumps will happen to virtually every team without fail. And I'm still sort of figuring in my mind what on earth it'll take for the Cubs to get back. What's going on over there?
I hope they figure it out. And you mentioned one key player, which is Pete Crow Armstrong. He was so hyped at the end of last season and had the means for it. Okay, he showed us what he was made of. But lately, since this slump hit, he's done nothing, and that scares me.
Yeah, I think what he's shown is that it's very frustrating to him. We didn't ever hear about him yelling at players or yelling at fans and losing his cool or his concentration or anything like that. He's still a young guy. I think he's really kind of going through hell and putting himself through hell, trying to figure out what's going wrong. Every interview that I've seen of his just points to more and more frustration on his part. And I think if you tie yourself in knots like that, it's going to be very bad for you. So I suggest a large amount of counseling and because the game is, was it Yogi Berra that said 50% of the game is 90% mental or something like that? Something along those lines. And it is. After a while, there's a great scene in Bull Durham where the broad is in your head. Annie, why is that name in my head? Why?
Annie, are you okay?
Time.
Exactly.
Get the broad out of your head.
Get the broad out of your head. Yes.
That's what I see. Hi, Victor. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Great. My voice is here, which is nice.
Yes, it is.
It was gone most of May. So I'm glad I came back for the final 2 weeks.
I made that joke for a specific reason. So the biopic Michael came out recently.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Saw it.
And when I tell you, people were telling me, now I haven't had a chance to go because I want to go into theaters. So I got to make a day to go. But I heard people saying, "Oh, this is not going to do well. This is not like a big deal. It's probably going to make like just a couple million." This thing made $97 million in the first weekend.
Right. Right.
Not going to do well.
Right.
Who told this lie?
Right. And I think
I'm a Michael Jackson fan I'm a Michael Jackson fan forever.
Yeah.
Not biopic, not going to do well. Repeating my question. Who the hell told this lie?
When I heard that, the first thing that came to my mind was Mr. BGS. I won't repeat it, but you know what I mean.
Can't repeat it here with all our stations picking us up.
But how have you guys been?
I've been good.
Good.
Getting off the soda. Had
good.
One can too many in the hospital, and I only had one can. I've gotten back to drinking my Gatorade along with my water to help. My wife's sweet tea, can't get enough of that.
Right.
But I'm doing a lot better, and also glad to be back here in studio, in which, and I gotta tell you all this, in which my wife opened the studio for me on Monday.
Okay.
And because I thought we had like cookout plans, but it was going to rain.
Right.
Yeah.
She turned over and looked at me. She says, "Are you going to fire things up or not?" I'm like, "What? Are you going to fire up for a Memorial Day special or not?" You know how fast I got in here?
Right.
But
God
this
bless
Saturday, we are going to have a whole lot of fun because the grandkids are going to be here.
Ah,
I'm not sure if we touched on this, but Allie, what are your thoughts on another expansion from the PWHL?
I think it's great because they've really increased their audiences. They had a very successful takeover tour throughout the country while the PWHL season is going on. And I'm delighted for that. I'm also delighted that I predicted that the Montreal Victoire was going to win the Walter Cup this year, and they did. Yes, and I'm excited to see. I'm to be honest with you, I'm not surprised that they did not pick Chicago. As sad as I am that they didn't pick Chicago, I kind of had the feeling, the reason being that they did not sell out Allstate Arena.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Neither time.
I would ask this question: should the nickname have anything to do with the Blackhawks, like another like onset, or just their own identity?
You know,
great question.
Considering, it's a good question. I think that just like with the Chicago Sky and the Bulls, it doesn't necessarily have to be so. I think that they could do well in either scenario. I don't believe that the presence of the Blackhawks would either contribute more or make it a success. I think it's the product on the ice, that really is going to sell the team. Not unlike the Chicago Sky. I mean, what happened ultimately was that as the Chicago Sky got to be successful, you saw more and more of the Bulls inside the stadium and things like that. But I think in the end, the PWHL is not fully associated with the NHL. And I think that it's better that way because then they can really forge their own identity and they're not beholden to them for marketing or for input on players and things like that. You can have a much better operation that way when you're independent. The same thing happened, interestingly, with the Chicago Stars many years ago. The Fire was going to be a part of the operations, and I remember talking to Peter Wilt, who started both franchises, and I'm like, "Are you concerned about this?" And he said, "It's going to be better this way. That way we can forge our own identity." Believe me. So I don't feel like the PWHL actually needs it at this point.
Right.
I mean, PWHL hit the ground running
Right.
seasons ago.
Yeah, because
they did their own marketing.
Right. My mind was going like, Lady Hawks doesn't sound bad. Lady Hawks doesn't sound bad, but you're right. Like, I think they do need to come with just their own identity and just really show that they can make it on their own. They don't really need to have Big Brother watching over them. They can handle it. It's not bad to have it, but they can handle it on their own.
It also, I'm not really sure that the Wirtzes are the best people to advise. And I just kind of feel like some exchanges are a good idea, but other exchanges are not. So
many years under Bill Wirtz, even after we opened the United Center. By a show of hands, who knew that was coming? 2002, they get so excited to make the playoffs, and then the St. Louis Blues come into the UC and punch us in the mouth. And this is after we still won in St. Louis.
Remember it well.
Yes, indeed. Speaking of forging their own path.
Yeah.
I have 4 words for you. And Victor, same for you.
Okay.
Caitlin Clark is back.
Like she never left.
Yep.
Like she never left. But but it's something that Dietz said a couple of weeks ago is like right now the victory is, can she go out and play 30 minutes in a game?
Yeah.
Can she go out and put out 30? She doesn't have to do 30 points, but can she go out and just play 30 minutes solidly, not worried about it? Because like I said, with her injuries, it's going to be a long time for her where she can trust her body. Again, not that much dissimilar to how Derrick Rose was after his ACL tear. He had to come back for it bit by bit and trust his body again.
And I love the way Stephanie White is managing her minutes.
Good.
She'll let her start, let her get going. Sometimes it seems like Stephanie White is pulling her just when Clark is getting going, but at the same time, given the myriad of injuries that she had in various places, including her groin area, what's basketball all about? It's all about your legs.
Yeah, your lower body. Your lower body
is the main thing. That's why you see Caitlin Clark, also Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham, all with heating pads around them.
Right.
When they come out, they're getting their bodies back together. And I'll tell you what, man, this Indiana Fever team is going to be fun to watch. But Sophie Cunningham said something very true, and I'm looking forward to see how they react to this. Indiana Fever's season is going to be dependent on their defense.
Yes.
They have to commit to play defense every night. You can't keep surrendering 100-point games at home and expect to win. Good God knows I lost my voice both times.
I love that. I love that Sophie Cunningham doing it because she's kind of been taking on that second in command role.
Yeah.
Right behind Caitlin. But like when Caitlin needs a bruiser, it's usually either Aaliyah Boston or Sophie Cunningham.
Right.
Yeah. She's got a third bruiser now. Maisha Hines Allen
Yes,
that's right.
Maisha Hines-Allen, who came over from Dallas. And I tell you what, Maisha Hines-Allen is contributing very, very well. She may not do it in points, but she's taking some great minutes. She does get the points. She does battle on the board, under the boards. I think the missing piece for the Fever, they're going to need one more big to get them over the top, because when they face teams like Washington, who can come at you with Lauren Betts and Shakira Austin, and when they face teams like New York, when they have Breanna Stewart and Han Zhu, their big 6'11" center, teams with bigs are going to give the Fever some problems, because Dallas gave us the blues on the inside. Washington gave us, in the first 2 games at home, Washington gave us the blues on the inside. 52 rebounds, even though Caitlin Clark hit a miraculous shot, and I woke my wife up with that 3-point call, and she came running in to see what happened.
Right.
But in all seriousness, another big, I believe, will send the Fever over the top. I really, really do. And also Sophie Cunningham's point, they got to play defense every night. Now, they've gotten better during this winning streak that they're on, but they got to go out west. They got to see Portland. Then they got to come back, and the Commissioner's Cup will begin Monday. But, man, I'm liking the making so far for this Fever team.
As well you should. I mean, they've come up in the rankings. They're at this, as of this taping, they're 4-2 on the season, and they've got number 3 in the rankings, but they could very easily overtake the Atlanta Dream.
Yeah.
You know?
And Atlanta,
number 2.
Atlanta has gotten stronger, but so has Indiana. I got the feeling Atlanta and Indiana may clash in the playoffs again. There's so many. It's early in the season, but there's so many playoff scenarios that could play out right now. Dallas could be a playoff scenario. Chicago could be a playoff scenario, even though they've lost a couple. They've gotten wobbly the last couple of games. And the same place where Indiana got beat the first 2 times at home is where Chicago's getting beat. Chicago's getting beat up on the inside. I mean, they got the speed to keep up with teams, but on the inside, that's where they're getting killed.
Losing Rickea Jackson was so huge that you can tell the difference between Rickea Jackson on the floor and Rickea Jackson off the floor. And they have not been playing anywhere near their best. They have to get one of them, you know, if you could get a Courtney Vandersloot, the general, off there, you know, you need to get somebody on there who can take command of the floor the way Rickea did and start, you know, basically playing both offense and defense. And there's right now, you've got youngsters right now, and a couple of them we are going to be out for the next couple of games. Like our new one, God, what I would blank on her name right this second. Yes, that's her, and she's suffering, I think it was knee, and she's going to be out. And you know, you've got a problem with as many people as they've had out. And Tyler Marsh, their coach, does have this next man up mentality, but this is a whole new team. This is the team that Tyler Marsh built. And so I'll be very curious to see if they can come back and continue on or get back their win streak. As of right now, they're dead even at 500. And they are also, as one group said, they're playing 500 ball to a new level. Not only do they have a 500 win percentage at 3-3, but they've also scored exactly 500 points and given up exactly 500 points over their first 6 games combined. So hopefully
all to a new level. Holy cow.
yeah.
Right?
Well, they've got to get beyond Toronto, and they have got to also play Minnesota Lynx on Friday. So it's all at home. They've got the crowd behind them. So we'll see how well they can manage. And my cynical little heart says, let's hope and pray that one of the bigs comes back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where they're hurting, because I can see the impact that Gabriela Jaquez will have with Chicago. Rakia Jackson also. That hybrid player that every team has got to have for Chicago, that would be Gabriela Jaquez. That's her.
Yeah, and God willing, she'll be back. Thank God she's young, and hopefully she can get back. But Rakia Jackson is out for the season, and she was the team. She had a torn ACL. So there ain't no coming back there. Courtney Vandersloot has not played 1 minute this season. She too was coming back from a torn ACL, but now she's having knee problems. So star-crossed and ever hopeful that she'll be coming back.
Yeah.
Don't know. They're not saying no.
Okay.
They're not saying that she's not going to be there. So we'll see. We'll see how it works.
This will be the hub for the WNBA all season long, folks, on SMSN and also SMSN Radio. Our simulcasts always begin with a 30-minute pregame show. Doubleheaders Friday and Sunday all the way through the season. And who knows? May add a Wednesday doubleheader. We're getting it all together. I'm glad to be back here. I'm glad to have the crew back with me. Allison Moran joining us as she does every single Friday, talking all things sports, all things Chicago sports, as she is our Chicago hub. You can check out The Token Female on Spotify, as well as YouTube, and as well as Apple Podcasts and iHeart Podcasts. Every episode, beginning with this one, will be on all the audio carriers. That's a little surprise I wanted to have for Allie.
Thank you. Oh, looking forward to hearing back from anybody who's listening.
Yeah.
Well, send those comments.
We look forward to having you each and every week on the show. You're a godsend to us. You and I have been friends a very long time, so it just seemed like a natural fit that you'd be on with the crew. And I'm looking forward to football season when you're picking with us, and that's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy, and I'm going to love it. Allison Moran joining us each and every week. Thank you, Allie. We love you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Too. Have a great week.
Hey, Victor, we ain't done because somebody is awaiting for us.
Oh.
You'll find out who that is in a couple of minutes. Snowman in the morning, back in the deuce.
This is Snowman in the morning.
Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. On YouTube and where you can find all podcasts. Because we take this job so serious.
Shut your mouth.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the morning.
Okay, it's Friday. Time to close up shop. But now without this pretty lady, I have a surprise for her.
I love it. Go Birds.
You know her very well. Deb Whitkus, 2-time Emmy Award winner, has joined us. How you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you, Brian? Good to see you. Snowman in the morning.
I'm good. Snowman in the morning. And I can't believe we are driving toward our 13th year on
Woo-hoo!
Labor Day.
Congratulations.
This is crazy. I was
moment.
I was talking with my wife, and she says, "How long have you had the show?" I said, 12 years now. Yeah. And it's taken so many twists and turns and ups and downs, even recently. Right. But my wife said, just keep this going. And I think this is Olive.
Olive says congratulations. She loves the lights. Yeah. She's not like being picked up though apparently.
Yeah. That sounds like Winnie here. Yeah. Because Winnie loves jumping in my lap, especially when I'm on the air. You've seen my cats and you've seen my dog all jump on my lap when I'm on the air. And I just want to use
jumping in my lap.
I just want to use this time to say thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for the times you've had me on the Blonde Blitz, which was recently featured.
Yes,
and all the specials we've done for the Blonde Blitz, all the crazy shows we've done for the Blonde Blitz, me there and you here. It is a blast having you every single Friday, especially when we do picks, because my wife saw one of the old clips from you doing picks with us. I think she may want in on the fun this coming season.
Oh, yes, we would love to have her. Yes, let's do it. Well, and it's so funny that you say that, because I was so honored when you asked me to do every week, because I always said that to my partner. And the second my partners heard the first time we were together, just kind of ripping off of each other, and he was like, "You've got great chemistry, and he really knows ball, and he's a really good broadcaster, and you need to work with him more," because he's in the background all the time. He hears everything.
Yeah.
And he doesn't always comment, but he specifically was like, "I like that Snowman in the morning guy. You need to work with him more." And then I was like, I wish I could do the picks every week, but I don't want to, overstep and
right.
so forth. And then he was like, "You should ask." And then you came to me and was like, "Can you do this every week?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely."
It's a blast. Every Friday, it is so much fun having you do the picks with us, because we don't know which way the picks are going to go. I mean, hell, you've met the entire crew.
Yep.
You've met the entire crew.
Big cast of characters that we have.
and that's why the picks are so much fun, and that's why I'm putting more time into it during the off season to really, really make it a great production, because I've had a lot of people write to me saying, "Look, keep the picks going, because we like when everybody's there." Yeah. And it's so much fun.
And I've heard that with the Blonde Blitz too. I've heard the collaboration shows that I do, they're everyone's favorite. So this season I definitely want to do more of them. We have the Friendsgiving show, and then this year we did the holiday show as well. But yeah, they like it when all of the broadcasters and all the journalists and all the content creators, we all come together and we get a ton of different opinions. And yeah, I mean, that Thanksgiving Day show was a blast. I mean, we went like a half hour over.
Yeah, we did. We did. And most of that was one subject.
Right. Yeah. It was like 1 or 2 things. I barely talked. I threw out a few questions and everybody just went. So yeah, we had so much fun between the two shows.
How'd you come up with the idea for the Blonde Blitz?
So it's interesting you say that, and this question's been coming up lately. It was actually Jason Cooper from That Sports Podcast Network that had the original idea to put me and Nikki Gist together for a show. So Nikki was a beat reporter for the Giants. I was covering the Rams at that point. I'm sorry, I was covering the Chargers at that point for Los Angeles Football Network. And yeah, two blondes together. Why not? And I had worked with Nikki a few times prior, and I thought I loved her. I thought she was, she knows football, and I thought, I'm like, this could work, so we decided to have a show. And then it was like, what name do we come up with? And I had always had a dream that I wanted to have a show called Babes, Beer, and Blitzes. was my vision. I wanted to have a show with all female content creators, all female reporters, and we could get beer sponsorships. So that was kind of behind the name. And so I kind of still had that in my head, and I suggested that. And then someone else came back with the Blonde Blitz, and we're like, yes, that's perfect, because Nikki and I were both blonde. And so that's how it started. And then once Nikki decided to move in a different direction after the first season, she wanted to cover more locally Giant stuff and wanted to cover more WNBA. More power to her. We obviously wished her well, and she's doing really well. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to take over the show. And that's when I did for the second season and got the Off the Field Wives a little bit more involved, and had some of them kind of co-host for a bit. And then also started to do more segments, so now we have, and I made it more of a variety show, whereas before it was definitely just like a podcast type situation. But this time it's more of a variety show where we do have, the design segment. We have Von Miller's chef to talk about healthy tailgating foods. We've got Mel the Clothing, who talks about your game day fit. We've got Shay Holland, who HGTV designer. She comes on and talks and blends football with design. We've got Carrie, who does the Power Deck. She reads her tarot cards and gives a pick every single week of who's going to win and why. She's looking at the stars. And then we have sports betting. Alex White, she's been on the show, this will be her third season. She's third generation. Sports betting comes from her grandfather, then her dad, and now her. She's phenomenal. She's in Vegas. And then Ballers Meg does the fantasy segment. And then, of course, we have analysts too. Ben Troop comes on talking game picks every week. And then I have, my friends, my content creator friends come on. You come on, and we talk ball. We do the hot topics from the week of the games prior. So yeah, there's like 7 segments in the show. Brian comes on to talk about the injured pod. He's got a podcast called The Injured Podcast. In the Injured List, I always mess that up. The Injured List podcast. He comes on, talks about current injuries. We try to have him on at least once a month. Jen Welter comes on. We interview her. She talks about her, Gridiron Girls camps and what she has going on a lot. So yeah, I actually just saw her this weekend. It was the beach football league. Just posted that on my Instagram. Tully Banta Kane is starting a new football league, and it's all beach, and it's all great. So nice. Look for more of me covering that as well, because it was a fantastic time. He's got a great thing going, and I'm so excited to see it progress.
My wife is a big time Colts fan. She's a ninth generation Hoosier. She peeks in from time to time, especially when we do the picks. And we have a rule here in the household is that the answer is always the Colts.
How do you feel about that, being a San Francisco fan? Wait a minute.
I love it. I love it. I mean, 8 years together of silliness, 8 years together of picking at each other. I love it. And there was one game last year, week 16, where the Niners were playing the Colts. And we had this grand plan that Jody was going to sit in with me when I called that game. Well, unfortunately, Jody came in from work and she was nothing short of exhausted.
Right. Yeah.
She was beat because she came in here and I saw the look on her face. And then my face just dropped. I said, "Oh, honey." She says, "I don't think I'm going to make it to 8 o'clock. And I said, "Babe, go to bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. I got you. Go to sleep." Didn't hear a peep from her until I signed off. And I came in and she says, "How bad was it?" "You don't want to know, babe."
Oh no.
Because we had been giving each other mess the entire week, and I was building it up of her joining me. I didn't realize that I didn't realize she would work late.
Right.
And she came in and she was just all kinds of beaten and beat up. She leaned over and she wrapped her arms around me and she says, "I'm not gonna make it to 8 o'clock." I said, "Babe,
no.
you're
Yep,
fine.
all good.
Go to bed. Go to bed." I came in, I checked on her at halftime and still smiling, but half asleep. Still smiling. She says, "The Colts are winning, right?" "Wrong."
Yeah, no.
She goes, "How bad is it?" 24-13 Niners at the half.
Ooh.
Right then and there, she passed out.
Yeah, I don't need to watch this game even. There's no point.
She passed out right there. I came back in here, finished the game, went to bed, and when she said, "How bad was it?" I'm like, "You don't want to know, honey.
Good night.
Trust
Good
me."
night. Have a good night. Good night.
Dad Wickus joining us for a lot of fun on this Friday, and this is me just throwing her flowers for the last 2 years of her being on the show and doing the picks every week, no matter if she's in studio or on the road. Because a couple times this year we caught her, we caught her in the car and on the road, and I think one of those times you were in Philadelphia.
I'm sure more than once I was in Philly, to be honest.
Couple times we caught you in Philadelphia, and I love when that happens, especially when the Eagles are playing a big game. Like I'm charged up for this game, and you're geared out top to bottom.
My hair is green. Yes.
Yes. and Eagle stuff. But your knowledge of the game is impeccable.
Thank you.
And all the reports.
I'm very excited. I'm actually going to start charting. I'm very excited for a fantasy company. So I'm going to actually start charting. So I'm excited.
Nice.
So excited to learn all of that and do that because training starts soon too. So
training camp starts. So listen, you and I have a date on January 3rd.
We do.
Because the Eagles and the 49ers are going to renew acquaintances this time in Santa Clara.
Yes. I will most likely be there. There's not a lot that can keep me away from that game, I'll tell you.
Well, I already figured that out.
Yeah, it's been years since I've been to Santa Clara, to be honest. Well, I mean, obviously I was there for Super Bowl, but I didn't actually go to the stadium for the game. I was at a VIP party, but for a regular season game, this is a funny story. I actually had a high school reunion that night that they played San Fran. And I chose to go to the San Fran game instead of my high school reunion. I won't say which year it was, by the way, but yeah. So I missed my high school reunion. And just FYI, I had actually put on another reunion. So, 10 years later. But that's how important the high school reunion is for me. But I was like, nope, sorry guys, have field tickets for the Eagles San Fran game. I'm missing the reunion. So sorry.
You ain't giving her field tickets. Not a chance.
No, no way in hell.
I don't blame you. Not a chance.
No.
As long as I've been a 49er fan, I've only had a chance to see Candlestick Park once, and that was 1993 when they were playing the Los Angeles Rams. I was out in California. I was in Northern California on a trip with some friends of mine, and I was living in Chicago at the time. The 2-hour time difference got me.
Oh yeah,
because I'm sitting up. It's 10 o'clock Pacific time, noon Central, 1 Eastern time, and I'm looking sleepy-eyed, going, "Why is there football on at 10 in the morning?" Then it hit me. I'm on the West Coast for a couple of weeks.
You are. Yep. It's different, and I do both. Yeah, I don't know what I prefer.
I don't know what I prefer either.
On the East Coast, you get up and you have a little time to chill and you get ready and you make the plans and you travel and with then just the game start at 1. And then on the West Coast, you kind of you have to set the alarm for
You
sure.
do.
You have to set the alarm because you might oversleep it. And but then you go when you go wherever you are. If I have to go to the Eagles bar, or if I'm with the Rams, who knows? But I do like to have a Bloody Mary and watch a football game at 10 o'clock in the morning. It's nice to have a Bloody Mary or like a mimosa, right? As you're like, what? And you really won't do that because it's 1 o'clock on,
Right.
you know, because I mean, it's still brunch, I guess, but
Yeah, it's still brunch. But in our minds, since we've been on the East Coast, it's football. It's 4 o'clock.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It's time to butt heads. It's football.
Mhm.
But when I was on my trip in Northern California, my friend came to me and said, "I have a surprise for you." What's that? Want to go see Candlestick Park? What? Are you kidding?
Yes.
I'm like hell yeah, I want to go see Candlestick Park. They're playing the Rams. Now I really want to go see Candlestick Park because the Rams gave us in the 80s and the 90s, the Rams gave us the blues.
Right. Yeah.
before they moved to St. Louis, Jim Everett and company. But that was my lone chance to see the stick and all the tradition and the history that was there. Plus, I had a chance to see Steve Young make a move on a defender that I'll never forget because Steve Young was wiry. Steve Young will go this way and then fake everybody out and go the other way and have leave defenders in his wake. Not only ask the Rams, just ask the Minnesota Vikings from 1988 on that quarterback run.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But the one of the times that I've had Jody with me on the air, we did Super Bowl 59, Eagles and Chiefs.
Yep.
Had my snack and everything that she brought to me. She brought her own snack. And then in the middle of this desk right here said a big old cup of wine.
Oh, that was fun. That was definitely fun.
And she says, I know you don't like to drink on the air, but I'm telling you right now, and she puts this cup right here, you need to have a sip. How would it?
It's actually funny. So one of my old reporting coaches used to tell me before she did a red carpet or anytime she got on air, she would have one shot before she went on air. And I have to be honest, when I first started doing this, I would do that a little. Like I wouldn't take a whole shot; it would be like a half a shot, but it worked. You just couldn't take too much. That was the
right.
Like that's there's a fine line, right? So yeah, I haven't done that in years, but when I first started out, I was like, I would take a shot before I would do anything there, or a half a shot. So it just like calms your nerves a little bit. But yeah, it's been years since I've done that. It's probably to be honest, I'm on air too much now. Like I'm drunk.
So when Jody brought that cup of wine in and she went to bed at halftime and she says, You're gonna finish this. I'm going to bed.
Oh, it was nice. It was a nice glass. Okay.
It was a nice size.
Yeah.
I finished the game, I finished the wine, I signed off, and then I went to bed.
Yeah. Like I'm passing out.
Yep. I did my regular sign off and I said, see you later. I'm out.
I can hear the cats in the background. Oh, there's my cats.
It's Winnie.
Oh, hi, Winnie. Hi,
Win. Hey, Winnie Pooh. I think Winnie's giving me a cue that we need to go to break. So,
okay.
Because whenever a break happens, and God's honest truth, you've met all my cats. You've met Winnie, Pumpkin, and Binks. Whenever a break comes up, you hear one of these guys.
That's funny.
You need to let me out. So. Gonna take one final break. I'm gonna let this cutie out, and this one you'll see each and every Friday for her third season with the crew. I'm so excited to have you do the picks with us every week, and you're reporting. You're awesome. We love you. Love having you be a part of the crew. And you made me blush last year when you said you were adding this to your resume.
Yes. I love it.
I was jumping up and down, excited. I told my wife that, and she said, see, you're getting somewhere.
There we go.
Like, anytime you can have a 2-time Emmy award winner as a part of the crew each and every week, you go with it. So I'm glad. And a shout out to Courtney Harden, who made the introduction to
Courtney.
bring us together.
Courtney's show, actually. I just did Courtney's show last week.
Nice.
So, the Real Deal podcast.
And a shout out to the Real Deal Podcast and to Courtney Harton, who started this whole thing. And I know he's been terribly busy, but he says he wants to come back on. I can't wait to have him on. Yes. And I can't wait to have you on each and every week doing the picks. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy, and it's going to be fun. Deb Witka is joining us for Witka's Playbook each and every Friday. Thank you, my dear. We appreciate you.
Bye, guys.
I just got yelled at saying, what do you mean go to a break? You got to get out of here. I do have to get out of here. And we're going to get out of here for the weekend. Have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are. We hope y'all are too. See you Monday. Where did 120 minutes go that fast? And where did the crew go that fast? They all got the hell out of here. I better get out too. My wife's waiting for me.